Good morning, everybody in Campbell County. I'm Farmer Rob with Good Green Earth Farm. My wife Misa and I and some of our kids are going to be showing you around our farm today and teaching you more about our farm and the animals and the reasons why we have farms. Just to start off, I'm from Campbell County. I grew up in Cold Spring, went to Cold Spring Elementary, Campbell County High School. So we're very happy to be doing this video for the Campbell County Public Library. We were going to be there for some live events, but of course those were changed. Anyway, so the question is, why do we have farms? You know, we have farms for, any kids out there know, what do we get from farms? That's right, food. We get food. All kinds of things. Can you think of some things we get from farms? Yeah, we get eggs, vegetables, wheat for bread, chickens that we eat. Some people eat meat, chickens. You know, we get milk from cows. On our farm we have goats, like little Pippin here. He's a dairy breed of goats. You can get milk from goats. You know, we raise pigs, all different kinds of things like that. So, part of what we're trying to do at our farm, though, is teach people to just appreciate the connection we have with the earth and our dependency on it for food. Our earth is a ecosystem that we live in. The soil, water, air, and mixed with sunshine all come together to create all the things we have around us. All the grass that the animals eat, the vegetables we eat, the cows eat grass, turn it into milk for us to eat. All of this is part of this ecosystem that's basically a mix-up of those things. Again, the soil from the earth, the water that comes in the rainfall, the clean air we have, and the sunshine. So it's a delicate balance, it's a delicate dance, and it's something that we want to appreciate and celebrate and enjoy. And we're hoping that you learn a little bit about that. We want you to have fun doing it. As you can see here, little Pippin, our little baby Toggenburg goat. Reminder not to take it all too seriously. We can learn and have fun. So we're going to be doing some activities today. We're going to be feeding some sheep and shepherding them around our field. We're going to be feeding some goats, shepherding them around a little bit. We're going to be milking some goats, feeding our chickens, collecting eggs from our chickens, and if we have time, maybe we'll do a baby goat bottle race and spend some time with our baby goats. I don't know if anybody out there likes baby goats, but I sure do. I think they're cute. So thank you for joining us today, and we'll show you more about our farm and all the fun things we have here. Thanks.
Hi guys, I'm Farmer Misa, and I'm here this morning with Freya Piggy. This is Freya, and she's a potbelly pig. She is about a year old, and Freya actually used to live in our house, but she just moved to her big girl hut outside, so she's outside all the time now. And we're going to feed her this morning. And what we feed Freya is a pig, it's pig food, but we mix it with a little bit of water to kind of make it easier for her to eat and less likely to choke on. So we're going to feed her. Here you go, Freya. And potbelly pigs are sort of like a dog. They're like a companion animal. They're very sweet and very affectionate. They're very smart. They can be trained and they can do all kinds of tricks. Freya's still learning, but she's at the perfect age to do that. So we're also going to give her some water. We keep this pool filled so she can cool off. We'll put some water in here. And we'll give her a couple spots for drinking water too. So Freya's finishing up her breakfast here, and then later today we'll give her some vegetable and fruit scraps as part of her diet. She also likes to get out and eat grass and leaves and kind of forage around a little bit. So we're going to let Freya finish her breakfast, and we're going to move on to the chickens. Bye, Freya! Have a introduce our farm dog, Gravel. Chickens are his favorite animal on the farm. He loves to work with the chickens. Anytime there's chick work to be done, he usually shows up. So here we have some baby chicks. These guys are about 4.5 weeks old. They're a breed called a Buff Orpington, and they're a dual-purpose breed for both eggs and meat. So these guys will be our later in the year layers. So who do you have, Rhea? What's your chicken's name? Well, this is Frederick. This is a rooster. We'll call yours Sally, Rhea. How about that? This is Sally. And who's yours, Augie?
Little skink.
Little Squink. And behind us, we have some teenager chickens. They're Barred Rocks, and they should be laying here in the next month or two. They're almost full size and ready to start laying eggs. We typically keep them inside of this chicken run because of hawks and other predators that might get them while they're still growing. So they'll start being let out in the evening here in a couple of weeks. We're gonna feed some of our bigger chickens, and we'll even get to see a Broody Hen who's sitting on a clutch of eggs. So we'll head there next. Whoop!
Hey, Oggs, you think little Squink wants to ride on your head?
Oh.
Try it.
I think Frederick does. Ready?
No.
Oh no!
No.
Here.
Look, Gravel. You love the chickens. Our chicks are trained. They can ride on your head.
Do not try this at home. We are trained professionals.
Woo. Alright, we're gonna feed some of our chickens here. We've got a mix of scratch grains and layer pellets. Gives them what they need to stay healthy and to lay the delicious eggs we love to eat. Here we have our rooster. He's an Americana. We have a few different mixes of chickens here. Whoa. So we're gonna give
What's
them
the
a-
rooster's name?
This one is Haircut. We have two roosters. They're very noisy. They crow a lot. And he's mixed in here with the hens this morning having breakfast. Hello, Haircut. We'll put some more over here. Hey.
Hey guys, come with me. I want to show you something kind of cool, alright? So this is our old barn on the farm, and a lot of our chicken hens, you know, the mama hens, they like to come in here and lay eggs in little secret spots. So over here, we have a Broody Hen. She's been laying on a clutch of eggs for a couple weeks now. So, you know, with chickens, the girls lay eggs. When the sunlight is high in the sky, they'll lay an egg once a day. A lot of the good breeds that we have, you know, they'll lay an egg once a day. And then towards fall, when the daylight starts getting less, or there's more dark than light, the chickens will stop laying eggs for the winter. But this mama, she'll lay on these eggs for 21 days, give or take, until the babies hatch. And because the babies were laid different days, you know, they'll start hatching in different days. But she'll lay here all day, morning and night, and she just gets up once or twice a day to get a little bit of food, a little bit of water. Other than that, she's back here on her nest. Now, I'm not going to disturb her too much, but other chickens are sneaky, and they'll come in here and they'll try to sneak eggs in so that they can get this mama to lay on their eggs, and they don't have to do the work. So we mark our eggs. Oh, excuse me, mama. I'll put it right back, I promise. We mark our eggs with little X's. So I don't see an X on that one, so that's a new egg. So that's one that we can eat. Let's see here. Oh, see that one, we marked it with an X. So we know that this is one that she's been laying on for a while. So there's a little baby chicken there that's developing and growing. Probably about 2 weeks old or so. So here you go, mama. And she'll adjust that back to how it was. So she works really hard to hatch her little baby chicks. If you want to look back here, we have another hen on a nest back here. She just started sitting on her eggs a couple days ago, but she'll sit there as well. The hens, they get broody, and most of our chicks we don't raise this way. naturally. We actually order them in the mail, but some of them we do allow the hens just to go ahead and raise them like this way. So they'll have their little nests and nook around the barn where the chickens will lay eggs, and we'll go on an egg hunt here in a little bit. Okay, thanks. On a little egg hunt. So again, hen chickens, which are the girls. The boys are called roosters, the girls are hens, but the hens lay eggs. When the days get longer in the springtime, the hens will start laying. Generally a rough thing starting around in April, and they'll keep laying generally until sometime in October. Different breeds lay different amounts, but generally if you get a good breed of chicken, they'll lay an egg a day. So we're going to go on a little hunt here. As you can see, we have different kinds of chickens. We have white ones, black ones, speckled ones, and everywhere in between. A rule of thumb, like the chickens have a little patch by their ear. If you look at the color of that, this is a general guideline of what color shelled egg they'll lay. But we get all kinds of eggs here on the farm. We get some that are white and some that are brown, some that are even green. So you can see this is a typical nest, and the chickens tend to lay in the same spot every day. So we just go around and collect them. So here we got 5 eggs. Looks like 4 brown ones and a white one, and they're all different sizes and things like that. Depending on the breed of the chicken, how old it is. Here's some eggs here we found. These were just laid. Oh, they're still warm. It's hard to tell in the light, but yeah, this is another white one and a brown one. There's really no difference in farm fresh eggs. Oh, hop up. Oh, she doesn't want to. Oh, she's on a whole bunch of eggs. She has some white ones and brown ones. So she didn't lay all these. She, looking at the spot on her ear, she probably laid one of these brown ones. But she's sitting on all the eggs from other chicks as well, other hens as well. Oh, here's another little spot over here. Over here we have some more eggs. Oh, here's a green one. I don't know if you can see in the light, but that's kind of a green color there. Certain breeds lay green colors, almost like turquoisey colors sometimes. Even in different breeds that lay the brown eggs, as you can see, some are darker, lighter, things like that. Again, chickens lay about an egg a day. We'll come back here. So she's been laying on eggs, but I know all these aren't from today. Oh, actually you don't have any. You're just laying on nothing, huh? All right, thanks, chicken. So when it comes to the farm fresh eggs, again, some of the basic ones we have white eggs, we have green eggs, we have some kind of tannish eggs, and darker brown eggs. So we get all different kinds just based on the breed of chicken and what they lay. As you can see, some of them, so there must have been an egg that got broken. It has a little bit of yolk on it. Sometimes they get a little bit of poo on them as well. So we'll take these inside, we'll clean them up, and then they're ready for eating. And there's nothing yummier than farm fresh eggs. We let our chickens just kind of roam about, and they eat bugs and grass grains and clover and stuff like that. And they lay really good, healthy eggs. Nutritionally, there's really no difference between the eggs. An egg is an egg. Just because it's brown doesn't mean it's healthier for you. It's more about how the chickens are raised. So a question I wonder though, with all these different eggs, what do you think? Are they the same, or are they different on the inside? We have a white shell here, a green shell here, and a brown shell. You think they're different colors on the inside, or you think they're the same? Let's do a little experiment here. I'm all for science, so we'll see. Crack open this white egg. Normally we wouldn't waste our yummy eggs, but since this is for educational purposes, hey Junie, this is Junie, one of our farm cats. So there's that egg. Here's a green one.
Farmer Rob, what happened to the yolk on that one?
It looks like it broke open.
We don't normally see that. Normally when we crack the egg, it would all be intact. So the white egg broke open a little bit, but that's not typical.
Okay, so but if you look at all these, you know, an egg's pretty much an egg. I think this was what, the white one, the brown one, the green one. I can't even really tell, but anyway, they're all basically the same on the inside. They all have this kind of yellow, orangey, deep color, and you know, you can fry them up, scramble them, eat them however you like, using baking, cooking, things like that. So even though they have different colored shells on the outside, all the eggs are the same on the inside, and nutritionally they're all the same. It doesn't matter if you buy brown eggs at the store, they're really not better than the white eggs per se. It just depends on how they're raised, what the chicken was fed, things like that for the nutritional quality of the egg. Chicken is developing inside the egg. They live in that little thing, but the yolk, that's actually their food. That's what they eat. So if I put this down, the chickens will actually come up and eat this. I guess they have fond memories of being a chicken and egg and eating the yummy yolk, but they love it, and it's actually really nutritious and good for them. Even the old eggshells, they'll eat those and they'll recycle them and use that calcium in them to make new eggshells. So we'll throw that down. We'll throw this down. We'll see if any of the chickens come over. Yep, they all love to eat this stuff. It's very good and nutritious for them. So they'll just eat this stuff up, recycle it, and turn it into new eggs for tomorrow.
Did you see her run off? One of the chickens. Oh, there she is. She took a shell and she's going to try to run off and hide so she doesn't have to share.
Get that all to yourself. Oh, maybe not.
Here comes somebody else. Oh, there she goes again.
All right, well, we're going to give our sheep their grain this morning. We give them a mix of corn and sweet feed. As you can see, they're all very excited to see me. So I take it and I just divvy it up, and I give them all a little bit in their different bowls here. I'll tell you a little bit more about our sheep. Let me just give them all a little bit of feed. So we have different types of sheep. We have wool breeds. You know what we do with wool? We use it for clothes, that's right. We can also make clothes from cotton, which is a plant, but this, we shear their hair off. If you look at Hansel here, he was recently sheared. If you look at Hermione, she's been recently sheared. Nebuchadnezzar and Neville, they're pretty new, so we'll still probably give them a little cut and get their lamb's wool. We also have a type of sheep called a hair sheep, a Katahdin. They're a meat breed that are raised for their meat. And if you look at Oats, we started shaving her but didn't get finished with her, so we still have some more shearing to do, as you can see. And we have different breeds of sheep. The ones with the black faces, they're Suffolks. They're a breed from Scotland. A lot of the other breeds we have are just kind of white face mixes. We have a Longshire, a big sheep Nancy over there. And some of our babies we had. You see there's Tango over there by herself scratching on a fence post, if you can see her. This is one of our newest lambs. Here, Tango. What are you doing? Do you have an itch?
Looking for a mommy.
Okay, and then we have, where's Noel? Noel's one of our lambs that was born around Christmas time. He's right here. He was born down at St. Francis Seraph down and over the Rhine in a live nativity scene. So very live nativity scene indeed. Mama Oats right there had a little baby. So you know, again, we shear our sheep. We're in the process of doing that, and that wool can be used to be woven into yarn, which you can use to make hats, scarves, gloves, different types of clothing, whatever you want. So we're going to get them out and shepherd them around in a little bit, but first we just give them their feed for the morning. So here's a shot of some of our sheep out in our central pasture. We're currently building them a nice fenced-in pasture. That'll be our east pasture there. But they're out here eating the yummy grass. Our field has a lot of clover and they love eating that. But we let them out a couple times a day, just walk around with them. Once we get our fenced-in pasture up, we'll be able to keep them out there all the time. But we have the fence to keep away predators like coyotes and things like that. And also just to keep them put. Sheep like to wander around and roam and graze, so we need to keep them contained in an area. Our farm's a little over 20 acres, but they might stumble onto someone else's property and they might not like that. So the fence helps keep all of our animals contained. Well, there's Tango, one of our little babies. You can see her little tail flopping around. They just like to get out and eat grass. Sometimes they like to take little breaks in the shade by the trees. And the sheep will also eat leaves from plants. They'll nibble on honeysuckle and things like that as well. A lot of times sheep are just known for eating the grass, but they will eat some of the tree bark in the winter. They'll eat the leaves now, and they'll eat other various types of plants. But right now they're just munching on the clover. They love munching on that. Very good, nutritious for them. Okay, everybody, we're gonna milk Bio. She's excited to be milked this morning. So Bio is one of our nanny. There he goes. Oh, get in there. This is called a milking stanchion. It holds her still so we can milk her. We clamp her head in there just to hold her there. We give her a bucket of food, and then we wrap a little lead around here just as a backup. What we feed Bio is a mixture of corn, goat feed, sunflower seeds, and a little bit of goat minerals. So a lot of people in the world rely on goats for milk. Not just cows give us milk. In Europe, a lot of countries like Switzerland and that, they have goats. And their breeds, their ears tend to stand up like this. We'll show you some of those breeds later. But Bio is part of a African dairy breed called a Nubian with long floppy ears that kind of hang down to the side. And goat milk is very nutritious. It's very good for you. You can drink it raw or pasteurized. You can also use it to make yogurt. You can use it to make cheese, especially the soft cheeses that are so yummy on crackers and things like that. And a lot of people, interestingly enough, who can't digest cow milk or are lactose intolerant can digest goat milk just fine. The fat molecules in the milk are smaller, and they're closer to a human's milk, to what a human mommy would feed their babies. So we're going to go ahead and milk Bio here. So how this works is Bio eats food, grass, drinks water, and it's stored in a little reservoir in here called an udder. And then this here is called a teat. So when you look at this, the udder is the reservoir of the milk, and the teat is what we squeeze to get the milk to come out. So how you milk a goat is you do an OK symbol, and with the teat, you take your thumb and first finger, your index finger, and you clamp the milk in there. So the teat fills up with milk, you clamp it, and then you use your other 3 fingers to squeeze it out. And it's a constant clamp, squeeze, you release, it fills back up, clamp, squeeze, release, clamp, squeeze, release, okay? And you just keep doing that until she's empty. So Bio's a very fast eater, so I'm going to give her some more food. She's already went through what I've done for her there. So we're going to get her started here. And what we do is we just put the milk in the milk pail, and then we're going to use it to feed our babies. So you put, usually the first couple squirts, it takes a while to get her kind of warmed up and going. But yep, I'm just clamping, squeezing, clamping, squeezing. And you just try to get a rhythm going. And it's some of those muscles and muscle groups that we don't use very often, so you kind of build up your strength from doing this every day. We milk our goats in the morning and in the evening. With our babies, we give the milk to them to make sure they all get enough milk. And then when our babies are done drinking the milk, we drink it ourselves. We like to drink the yummy milk and also make yogurt out of it. And a goat can give about 1 gallon of milk a day at the most. A lot of them only about a ½ gallon. But when we milk her, we'll probably get about a ½ gallon of milk this morning, maybe a quart or a little more this evening. I'll finish milking Bio. Usually it takes about 5 minutes or so. But after all that squeezing, we got about a ½ gallon of milk from her this morning. So we're going to take this. What we do then is we take this milk and we put it into soda bottles that we're then going to feed to our little baby goats. And we do it this way just to divide the milk up to make sure everybody gets their fair share. and gets enough milk. So we just do that, and we'll be right back in a little bit, and we'll bottle feed some babies.
My favorite parts on the farm that we do a few times a day is feeding the baby goats. Now these guys know what to expect and they're very hungry, so we're going to take a little walk over to the Sunshine and we're going to feed them their bottles. This is the milk that we just got from Bio, and it's going to go to all these babies. Come on, babies! So here we have two of Bio's babies. We have Beatrice and Bonita, and then we have Luigi and Lainey, okay? So here's a bottle for you, Ox. Hold it up high. And what we like to do is have a little fun around here where we have a baby bottle race. So we're each gonna feed a baby, and we'll see which baby drinks their milk the fastest. They drink really quickly. Okay, Augie, so come over here.
Lainey.
On your mark.
I'll do Beatrice. Bonita.
Get set.
One,
Go.
2, 3, go.
Lainey.
Now this milk is still warm because we just milked it from Bio and it's going straight to the babies. Usually when baby goats drink their milk, they wag their little tail.
Lainey, come on.
Oh,
Who do we have in the lead?
Luigi looks pretty fast today.
Lainey.
Oh, Lainey looks fast too. So Lainey and Luigi are brother and sister. They're twins, and these girls are sisters. Goats usually have 1 to 3 babies. Most of ours have been twins this season.
Go.
Wow, look at Luigi. So these guys are about a month and a half old, maybe getting close to the 2-month mark, and these guys are about 2.5 months old. These girls, rather. Oh, it's gonna be close.
It looks like.
Oh, Luigi, first place. Bonita and Lainey, and we've got Beatrice being our saverer here. She's gonna take her time, and all the rest of the goats are gonna try to steal her bottle. We'll try to keep them occupied.
Here, Dad. Here. Shut up.
You can see how they kind of nudge the bottle. They lunge at it a little bit, and that's what they do on the mama.
The goats are grazers. They like to eat a little bit of everything. Here's Bio. She's down by our pond. She'll eat grass. She'll eat leaves. She's eating some cattails. They'll reach up and grab leaves off of trees. They'll eat a little bit of everything. So again, Bio's a Nubian mix. Here's Bailey. She's a Saanen, a Swiss dairy goat. As you can see, her ears kind of point up. They just kind of have that all white look. That's typical for them. And she does have horns. It's typical for goats, male and female, to have horns. We despud most of ours just so they don't get caught in fences and things like that. You can see some of our other goats that are over here just eating leaves and things like that. This is what goats do best. They just walk around and graze and nibble a little bit of everything. So here's some of our Nubians with the long floppy ears. It's an African dairy breed. Here's Pandora. She's a Swiss Toggenburg. Another dairy breed, kind of known for this brown or dark brown color like that. Here's Chocolate, or Tango, one of our little lambs. She's even in the mix, eating some of the leaves and such along with them. Sunny, another one of our Nubian goats. This is Bentley. He's a Saanen Nubian cross. He'll be a strong, sturdy little buck one day. There's a Dandelion out. But again, the goats, they just like to walk around and nibble on different types of leaves. As you can see, several of them are down here just chewing on different types of leaves, honeysuckle, things like that. There's Daffodil back there, the black goat with the pointy ears. She's a Alpine, another Swiss dairy breed. So we have another Swiss breed, Oberhasli, a little goat Heidi, who's around here somewhere. Oh, there she is. There's Heidi way over there. It's another type of dairy breed, a Swiss Oberhasli. They also have the ears that point up. They kind of have that same look there, a dark brown look. We have all the basic 6 dairy goat breeds, except the American La Mancha, which has no ears at all, just little stubs. But this is just them out in their little natural habitat, doing what goats do best. They just walk around all day. They like to eat a lot of the wild rose bushes. They like to eat a lot of the honeysuckle, which has helped getting our farm tuned up, tamed a little bit. Okay, well, thanks for joining us today, everybody. Again, I'm Farmer Rob.
I'm Farmer Misa.
And we're with Good Green Earth Farm. We've taken over the traveling petting farm for Sunrock Farm. We're doing a lot of the same activities they used to do. We're going out to schools, daycare centers. We're also going to start offering birthday parties and goat yoga, hikes with baby goats, and some other fun things at our farm in Claremont County, just about a half-hour drive from where you all are at in Campbell County. I'm glad you got to experience some of the animals today. We're just still building our farm, but we have a good amount of happy animals here that we like to have fun with. It's a lot of hard work, but we like to enjoy it as well. So today you got to see Freya Piggy, lemony potbelly pig. You got to see some baby chicks, some hens, learn about their laying eggs, how they incubate their eggs for 21 days and hatch them. We got to milk a goat, we got to milk bio, and learn about how we squeeze on the teat to get the milk to come out. And we took that milk and fed it to our babies. And we also saw our sheep, they make wool for us. And we also got to take them out in the field a little bit and shepherd them around. I'm getting ready to take our goats out soon. They'll go out and they'll shepherd around and eat grass and leaves from the honeysuckle and yummy things like that. So I'm glad you got to join us today. Thank you very much. I'm guessing the video might have a chance to post questions or things like that. If anybody out does have questions, you can always email us at info@goodgreenearthfarm.org or call us at the number there. If you have any questions about any of the animals or anything you saw today, we can answer those for you. So thanks, and hope to see you all soon. Watch our Facebook page. We're going to hopefully start going back out to festivals and things like that in the near future here. So you can find out where we're going to be in the community to come out and pet some baby goats, a lamb, hold some baby chicks, pet a bunny, and things like that. Thank you, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.